Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of VargasTUBE, and I'm here with my family. We're back at it.
Oh, you're so beautiful, baby.
Hello, everybody.
What's going on?
Good day, Governor.
China Vargas, she's a little nervous. This is the first time opening
Just
up,
a little
right?
bit.
This is her first time opening
She's so
up.
beautiful.
She did great.
How's everybody feeling? I know we got the tissues in the middle of the table.
I don't know what the hell.
allergies,
People
little
got allergies. I was sneezing like a storm at the house. I'm like, what in the world is wrong with me? I never get sick.
It's allergy
so it's
season.
like it's just allergies, though. But I don't know.
I don't need that though, Vato. I just started camp.
Yeah.
Vato,
I don't need that, Vato.
Vato, what do you want to do, Vato?
Yeah, no, but Junior Vargas part today. Our Martis, are you getting him back in the camp?
I got a fight coming up. Can't announce when, but you know we're super excited. Last fight, some things happened, technical difficulties, but we're looking at this camera right there. Boom.
Yeah, there.
Look at
Hi,
the
my
pros.
prieto.
Yeah, we're here with my beautiful family and VargasTUBE. What's up?
So we got some crazy things going on right now. Each and every one of us brought a prop. I know you guys saw my last prop. I had the WBC belt. Every one of us has a different prop. China Vargas, what prop did you bring, Missy?
I brought
Oh!
What is that?
I brought this blanket. This blanket was after I finished getting my heart surgery.
Oh.
I believe the hospital gave it to
Explain
me.
to him.
But people explain to people what happened to your heart.
I had to get heart surgery because I had a missing wall, like half of a missing wall, and it was a really risky surgery. Actually,
that was a tough time for us.
My
'cause
parents were like going over, trying to decide what surgery to
Man.
take.
You wanna speak
what
on that, Mom?
doctor?
Yeah, so it was a very, very, I would say a very
difficult time for us.
difficult time for our family.
One of the most,
She was 3 years old. Obviously, we found out when I was pregnant.
Yeah. They wanted us to abort her.
Yeah.
And we said, no.
She was my miracle baby.
She's
We
not
prayed
making
for
it
her.
past 21.
Yeah.
It was just, it's, you know, I mean, she has it. Obviously, her blanket, since it's very important, sentimental. She didn't have an upper wall in her upper
right?
chamber.
Yeah, you need
No,
3 chambers.
So there's
instead
4
of one.
chambers.
4.
On your upper wall, she had nothing. So she didn't have no hole. It was just missing. So your
And-
pulmonary vein was like just her vein was just like dangling. They didn't. That's a concern because then they would need to have surgery to put the pulmonary vein where it's supposed to be. You know, basically create the wall. And so there was a lot of complications. And to
Different
make the story
options.
short,
Different
yeah.
And they
Doctors
told us that she was gonna have Down syndrome. I said,
Just a lot of
"What?
things. A lot of things.
You guys want to abort? I go, what?
Open heart surgery.
We're not
like,
gonna abort
heart stop.
nothing.
Yeah, so we definitely didn't do open heart surgery. We didn't want to do that.
Yep.
Screw all that.
We thank God we found obviously a better option and we did that. And
They did it through her leg, right?
Through my
Yeah,
leg,
but
yeah.
vein-
In my inner
vein-
thigh.
The vein on her leg.
Miracle baby.
yeah. So fast forward.
I got operated too when I was like
Yeah,
like
man.
probably
Yeah.
like what? How old was I, Mom? Like
You were
6,
like 7?
7?
No, like 2nd, 3rd grade? He was real
Around
young.
there.
For his ear.
They cut through the back of my ear, and I remember my dad. He's like he told me that. You know, get through this, whatever. And I said, Papi, are you going to get me ice cream if I do this surgery? He said, yes. And he bring me a lot of different flavors. And you know my favorite kind. What's my favorite kind, Dad?
Pistachio.
Nope, you got it wrong. He was the cookie ice cream.
Oh, yeah, the cookie ice cream.
Thought
The
that counts.
cookie ice cream. My dad got me a bunch
Mine
of
is
ice.
pistachio. my bad.
But I could have been
He could've
if
lost
I
his
didn't
life.
have that surgery, it was an infection eating through my brain
yeah.
or not through my skull. And if it would have touched my brain, I could have been like a vegetable. So God is amazing, and man, I love you, Mom.
Mom. It's the truth,
I
though.
love you, Mama.
My mother went through that. China went through that. And we were
But
losing
you know
it.
what? All these things that happen, I swear to you, that God doesn't make mistakes. You know, and it makes us closer.
Yeah.
It makes us like appreciate our kids more than anything. Oh, I love you so
Yeah,
much.
Mom,
sorry, guys,
remember you were cursing God, huh? You were like,
Yeah, I just,
Wow.
it just. I'm
That-
sorry, guys. It just,
it's the truth, though.
just
It's real,
talking
okay?
about. I mean, my mother's so crazy, and
Yes,
you know,
I am.
if I didn't have my crazy kid, and he would, I mean, really, my son would have been a vegetable. You know, by the grace of God, you know, I was able to. Obviously, I knew something was wrong, and I was persistent, and I'm glad we found it just in time. And also
intuition.
my daughter, it was just talking about this and seeing that just.
And they said nothing was wrong with the mother.
Yeah, yeah,
There was
and
a
I mean,
mother's-
there's still some stuff wrong with him,
No,
you know.
no,
but
I'm saying prior when he got checked, you know.
Yeah.
They kept on. You guys kept on going, and
Yeah.
and they said he was fine. So.
You have the scar behind your ear.
Yeah, I do.
yeah, the doctor
curl-
told
the
me,
curls are hiding.
and
Yeah,
I
the
think a lot of
curls
mothers
covering
can relate to me. Just sometimes when you just know something's wrong, and I went to the doctors and I said, no, you know, there's a smell and it's
Something.
not normal, and you know, you keep on giving me the same antibiotics, and what if he's immune to it? I'm not a doctor. How am I going to challenge a doctor when they went to, you know, Harvard and all these schools, and I went to the, you know, School of Hard Knocks, right? But I'm not going to question, obviously, them. But when you feel as a mother that something's not right and you know your child, just listen to that, because I thank God.
So what happened to China's file, Mom? It would happen to be by coincidence, right? That he looked past it. He wasn't supposed to be in his office that day, or explain like what happened.
Yeah, so we went to go see a specialist at the ear, House of Ear in LA. And the doctor we were supposed to see, I guess there was a new person and they put the chart in the wrong account.
In the wrong-
office. Obviously, there's one office, but in the wrong doctor's office. And so this doctor calls me and my husband on a Sunday. And obviously, the doctor's not supposed to call somebody
On a
that's not your
Sunday?
patient.
Wow. Tell me that.
And yeah, it was random. And when we heard it was a call from the doctor, you know, it kind of
Blew our
got us
mind.
scared too, but it was alarming. And then we just listened, and he said, look, I'm not even your daughter's doctor.
Yeah.
But I just just something inside told me I had to call you. And I know I'm not her doctor, but I see the surgery she's scheduled to do. Please don't do that surgery.
You don't got to stop her heart.
And he-
Because that surgery
It's
would
open
rather
heart.
stop her heart.
And so he said, please don't do it. And we were hesitant on what operation we were going to do.
You prayed
and
on it, talked to Pastor Fernie.
we prayed on it, and it was just a hard decision. And when he called, it was answered prayer, because the doctor, I mean,
Who calls on a
Sunday?
Yeah, who does
and I mean, I thank God for that girl that misplaced the
That-
chart
that
in the
was
wrong.
not- that was not no
That was
mistake.
an angel.
our
I feel
God.
it was
That
an
our
angel.
God.
And so he calls and he tells me, and one thing he said that will never leave me, and it made our decision that night.
Yeah,
He
I
said,
remember.
if this was my daughter, I would do this surgery
like,
that I'm
okay.
telling you. And that was it. That's all he had to say. And
Damn.
so anyways,
Praise God.
fast forward, if she wouldn't have that surgery, she wouldn't live past 13. And look at her
remember-
now. I mean,
yeah.
she's amazing. She's
gonna have her
beautiful.
quince.
And
She's gonna
I
have her
remember
quince.
like being on my knees praying and just like crying out to God, like in the hospital.
Yeah.
You guys want to go? You guys went. I don't know where you guys went, but I stayed by myself, and I stayed in the waiting room, and I was crying, and I was, just trying to get hold of God, and I was talking to him, Lord, please don't take her. I mean,
yeah.
I was like, I'll put myself in their position. Please
Yeah.
don't take her. You know what I mean? It's like,
your only daughter.
my only daughter. Like we prayed for her, and she was at the end, and then they're telling us to abort her, and then this happens, and
You know
then
what to
they tell
believe.
us about her heart
Yeah.
that you know, what is going on? And I was
Yeah.
like, man. What did I do wrong? Or was it my fault? Well, you just blame yourself.
yeah.
You blame yourself, and
But I'm so thankful for the doctors
Yeah.
and, everybody that was involved. God put those
It
people
definitely
together.
drew
So,
us way closer together.
so much closer. And I think that's why, we just value life. And
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing,
Yeah.
especially when you're faced with things like that. And
Yeah.
But I just love my family. And
Yeah.
sorry, guys, for getting
All
emotional.
good. Pops, what do you have? What prop do you have?
Oh, where is it
It's behind you.
at?
Maybe behind
Hey,
you.
just get into it.
Well, let me just tell you guys what
wait,
this is.
that's where you fought Winky, right? No.
No.
Yodi boy.
Hey.
No.
Is it?
No.
Raul Marquez.
Oh, you were the white and cheetah one. The white tiger one.
This
I like that
fight
one.
right here
Ah,
Was
it's
it
real
like
delicious,
that?
Feroz.
against Raul Marquez,
Ah.
and he called me out on a.
Wait, I think
Talking
you gotta
to the
talk
mic, Dad.
You gotta talk to the mic.
Oh, you're gonna mess up.
All right.
All right, just put it on.
Talking to the mic,
Talk
Dad.
to the
There you
mic.
go.
Yeah, put it on.
Put it
Vato.
on, baby.
Just put it on for the
Put the
podcast.
Vicente Fernandez
It
on.
might not fit.
It still fits. So you know, it's like
Okay.
you know when Raul Marquez called me out.
You got
What
it.
is it gonna fit?
Yeah, but how we put it on?
All right. I'll be all right.
There you go.
There you go.
Like, what are you talking about? What are you
Talking to the mic, Dad. You got talking to the mic.
All right, now sit down.
What are you,
There we go.
What are you talking about?
Hey, Feroz,
Look
I
at
don't-
this.
Hey, I'm too
Look
close.
at this. I feel. Whoo!
Hey, Feroz.
Don't. I'm gonna start getting some flashbacks right here, boy. So when I fought Raul Marquez, you know, I think it was like I don't know. This was it was gonna be my it was my 16th fight when I fought him,
Yeah.
and he's already had like 30 something, 40 something fights, and you know, he called me out on a what's it called, National AP Associated Press phone conference, and I said, what? He goes, yeah, man, I'm Raul Marquez, you know, former world champion, and you know, why don't you fight me? Why are you fighting this? But I'm like, what? I don't even. Fool, wait a minute. Let me take care of this, fool. And so that was my first fight that I fought. My first fight, my first defense was against Howard Clark. I knocked him out like in 2-3 rounds. And I said, don't worry about it. I got you. Don't, you know, I'm going to save your number. Don't even trip. I'm going to call you right after. And we'll make it happen. And then wax that ass and at Lake Tahoe
Bleep,
at
bleep,
11th round. Oh, because they were saying, well, he's never gone past 6 rounds. And so they're saying, oh, well, you know, Fernando Vargas has never been past 6 rounds. What about what's going to happen when he goes 6 rounds? Well, I knocked him out in the 11th round in Lake Tahoe when it was where it's higher altitude than here in Vegas. So, you know, and honestly, nobody could have beat me that night. The way I felt, nobody could have beat me. The angles, I was angle god on that night. If you can see that fight, you can see my angles. Whoa, whoa.
Hey, Dad, everybody says I Corte, but like for you,
For me,
we know you-
the way
Yeah,
I
he's
felt,
good.
the way, okay, look, I love Mike Ortega fight too because, you know, when he fought Oscar, everybody thought that he beat him, and I am, you know, and I don't even have 20 fights, and I'm beating these dudes that, you know, supposedly lost to, you know, to great champions, you know what I mean, that beat great champions. So, you know, to me, you know, it was everything. You know, I was, you know, I
just felt the best in the locker
great.
room,
I felt great. Like, man, I ran so hard, and you know, Oscar was helping Raul, and he had him up in camp in Big Bear. And
but you helped Pernell, right? When
And-
Pernell fought Oscar.
Yeah. So we got each other ready for different fighters ready for the fights with us, right? With one another. So yeah, man. So I felt so good. Nobody could have beat me that night. The way I felt, I peaked. I felt so good. Like, man, I remember being in the locker room. I go, man, I can't wait to get into the ring. I'm gonna whoop this fool. And I just felt so good. Like, oh man, I feel so good. Like you wouldn't, like I never felt in any fight the way I felt that night.
So let me ask, what made you decide that print and how you make your robes? Like, because all my kids do the same.
I'm a tiger.
This is true. This is true.
You're a lady tiger.
I'm a lady tiger.
And I like your too. Okay, man?
No, but I mean, why did you pick that? Is it because it's just ferocious?
Because I liked it.
I remember when you took. I remember
liked
when
it.
we went and you took a picture with like.
Some lions.
No, it was a
some
tiger. Oh my god, I was scared. I was scared. I
Oh,
thought.
he had it on a leash.
Junior's
Yeah.
turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Junior.
Junior's turn.
God, Jesus.
What's wrong with you, man?
Do you have somewhere to go?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Junior
dude.
Vargas,
He's gonna
what
see
did,
Miss
what,
Daisy.
what did you bring to
What
the
did
table?
you bring, sir?
Just got the debut shoes.
Adam boxing shoes.
Adams.
Cool.
Shout out to Adams. Which
Those are
camera am I
nice
talking
shoes.
about right there? Adams Boxing, I have El Feroz Jr. You know, of course, Junior, my pops was El Feroz Jr. So, I mean, it's not the most memorable memorabilia, but at the end of the day, I think it was something special for me because I got my cherry pop that night, buddy. So, but I asked my dad. I ask him all the time. I'm like, hey, Dad, how was it like? Because I always feel like you're not a real fighter until you get cut. Because it's all good and all. You're knocking out all these guys. But until you really fight a real fighter and then you get cut a little bit and you go through adversity. I asked my dad, I said, how did that feel? He said, Vato, you really, it's welcome to the pros. So I think
it's like a baptism.
It's like a baptism.
A baptism. Okay.
And then you know what was crazy is before my fight, and I know it was in Mexico, we were getting our experience and our feet wet there, but the fight before me, this guy's pulled out in a stretcher, and I'm just like, all right, let's go, buddy.
Hey, I was on
I'm a professional now.
Amado,
But he's so wrong with that.
His debut, Amado's on live, and then Amado records the guy in the stretcher,
Oh,
bro.
God.
But you know,
It's
he
because
didn't
he
know,
was
though.
walking out and
Yeah.
he
What'd
just
he do?
happened to come
Hey, it's
out.
boxing.
Amado does not have a full deck of cards,
What'd
you
he
guys.
do?
Just so you
Junior
guys
was
know.
about to go
Recorded
up.
the guy
Remember,
in the
Junior was about to
Ay,
go up.
Amado,
So Junior
Amado.
was about to go up. Amado's
Hey,
on
my
live.
intentions were good.
Yeah. No, we get it. But Amado's on live.
You just gotta love all artists.
And then he videotaped them.
Look at him.
He wanted to capture all the
I just
all the
want you to
action.
the
talk-
guy
I
coming out on the stretcher and he goes, "Yeah, you don't play this. This, that." Like, bro, you don't. gotta
You don't
do that,
play
bro.
boxing.
Hey, look,
What's wrong with this vato?
He's on the stretcher,
Yeah.
like.
My
What's wrong with this
Nah,
vato?
but that,
Well,
honestly, in the back of my
Vato,
head,
you're on a good one, vato.
in the back of my head, I was like, all right, for sure. We're in the pros, whatever. And then I see this guy in the stretcher.
This is
I was like,
boxing.
all right,
This is real life.
It's for real now.
Real
No
life.
games.
And regardless, everybody could try to critique every fight and regardless, but what people don't know is your favorite fighter had build me fights, and that's how you build a record. So
Yeah.
whenever
they
my
have off
pops
nights. They have
yeah,
off
you
nights
have off
too.
nights.
Just the way you feel sick one day, the same way you don't feel the same another
Right.
day. You know, we're people at the end of the day, and it's like, you know, people try to set you to a standard.
But is there any back down in our blood?
I don't
No,
think so.
130%.
It could never be that way.
Speaking
Could never
about
be that
being
way.
sick, my second profile, I was sick.
Oh, he was.
And you know what? I wanted to touch
Peleaste
bases.
en el rancho.
I wanted to touch bases on that. For my second pro fight, my dad, he was really, really sick in the hospital. And, you know, I was going through certain stuff, you know, as everybody goes through with their family. And, you know, I ended up taking the fight. And I took the fight, and I was sick in training camp. As you lose a lot of weight, you know, your immune system isn't the best. And we went to Mexico, and my father wasn't there because he was in the hospital, and you
That's
know,
when I got AFib.
and when I was getting my hands wrapped, I had sweaty, I had like boogers coming down while I was getting my hand wrapped, and you know, no excuses, but the way I felt like that, I did not feel 100%, but you know, it's a lesson learned. If you don't feel 100% to fight, you should never do that because it's your career and you can't lose in boxing.
And that's an experience, though.
Yeah.
That's an experience that you guys got in Mexico, and at the end of the day, you know, you guys were putting on shows out there, but you know, you can't judge yourself too hard on that. I mean, it's good to be a critique, but you know, you weren't feeling 100%.
I think it's a learning curve though, bro. También because
You still won,
Your
but-
trunks,
Yeah.
bro.
You know how you
Okay,
feel.
hold on. The
Let's
whole
talk about that.
situation
Yeah.
was off.
yeah.
We had to overnight your trunks. They didn't get there on time, and then we
No,
had to
my
use
whole
some-
wardrobe, my
some
whole wardrobe,
amateur
yeah.
trunks, and it was
My
just
trunks.
Yeah.
It was your trunks, huh?
And we ripped it off.
I was
and
running around all of Mexico, like getting the shirts
Yeah.
printed, getting logos on them, getting getting his food, I was. an
Emmy was
assistant
running
for a
around
little
even
bit.
for my last fight too.
I was.
But you know what's crazy is like Emmy says too. Not every fight you're gonna be 100%. Your hands are good. You may tweak something. You may, but at the end of the day, if you feel, hey, my health isn't the best and dad isn't there because we feel comfortable when dad's there. It could be sparring, but if we don't have dad there, we're like, man, come on, dad. Like you can't reschedule or so. It's just lesson learned for us, bro.
Yeah.
But you pulled it off at the end of the day.
I'm just blessed to have people that support us, and VargasTUBE, you guys are the best. I look at the comments and just see all these amazing
Nothing but
comments that
love.
you guys say.
Yeah, I love my muñeca.
And you guys are phenomenal. We don't do this stuff for us. We do this stuff for you guys,
Yeah.
for the fight fans, for the supporters, and it's only gonna get better and better.
Emmy, what's next?
What'd you get,
I want to
Emmy?
see the picture right behind you.
Where'd you get?
He was just. I'm not gonna put him on blast, but he was just.
Look at it.
He didn't even want to box.
No, the camera right here,
that
like.
one.
My Bubbaloo.
Yeah, go
Zoom
ahead.
in.
Otto.
This
Go
is
ahead
my
and zoom in a bit.
bubble.
My thing with this stinky thing.
Let them zoom in a bit so they can see what we're talking about.
Yeah, you need to zoom in.
That's a
All you
legend.
do is,
That's a
keep going, keep going,
legendary.
keep going. Push it up,
right
baby.
there.
Push it up. Push it up.
That's a legendary nut.
Keep
Right
going on.
there.
Go down. Go down.
So
There it
so
is.
let me
Close,
break
get
this
closer.
down. That's good. Let's go right there. So let me break this down. Right there, my dad is. Wait, hey, keep it.
Sorry.
Come on now.
Jesus.
Keep your hands
He
So
said, don't do me dirty.
So in this picture, man, whoever captured this, it's perfect timing. But my dad's getting ready to spar. Obviously, you see the headgear, the
Not the
cup
white
in the
winning gear,
background.
Dad.
You know, and him wrapping his hands, and then you got me on the ring,
Crawling.
You know, crawling.
He was crawling everywhere, Mom.
In pajamas, and you know, just
My
soaking
fat
everything
man.
in. And I feel like, you know,
Like you said, like my daddy, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah,
That's what
No,
I'm
but
doing
not,
with my
not,
daddy.
not right in the beginning.
no,
though.
but it trips me out though. It's like
it trips
for
me out too, with the oldest.
for me to even be like, I mean, obviously we're surrounded by it,
right.
and you know, even like I said this all the time, even if we wanted to run away from it, we couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, just being who you are, Dad, is kind of like I said,
It's a double-edged sword.
yeah.
Should I
man.
tell
you know?
everybody how you started sports though?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So
Wait,
my son,
Where did you put him in first?
Yeah,
I put him in
the-
basketball.
You did.
Yeah, so I put my son in
'Cause I was a
basketball.
hooper.
I put my son in basketball, and this is a true story.
Yes,
As
sir.
Vargas, we like to eat. So
130%.
he was always the biggest kid. I mean,
all right.
he's tall. He's tall.
That's why I call him Fat
Oh,
Man.
it's all right.
And so, you know, I told him, Emmy, you have to play basketball. And he
Yeah.
was like, Mommy, no quiero, no quiero.
'Cause we all did
and I said, baby, they give snacks.
His weight.
They give snacks.
Count
And,
me in.
and Emiliano's like,
Count me in.
I'm in, buddy.
what kind of snacks? I said, your favorite snacks.
Potato strudels with egg.
Yeah, and of course, I was in charge of
Mom
the
was
snacks.
team mom though. So
I was
like,
team
she
mom.
Knew.
So I knew I was like, I'm gonna get all his favorite because I wanted him, you know, active and stuff. And so it was
the best,
it was
baby.
funny, but that's how I got my son into
That's
sports.
funny.
It was food.
But the crazy thing is, you guys never wanted us to.
No,
box.
I put him. I would have put him in ballet.
Yo,
I would have put him in everything.
Ballet.
Soccer.
What's crazy-
I mean anything.
Hold on.
But
What's crazy is
But-
that when I got here to Vegas, you know, I got an opportunity to open my own gym, and you know, it fell on my lap, and I was like, well, I want to do it. I go, oh, yeah, I'll do it. Let's go. And I opened up the gym, and then, you know, I started, you know, opening it up, and kids were coming, and young adults were coming, and then, you know, all of a sudden, Junior goes, hey, Dad, I want to go train. I go, you want to train? And he goes, yeah, let's go. I want to train. I go, all right. And they go, and then all of a sudden, then I'm talking about like when a day or two, he goes, Dad, I want to spar. I go, what?
no, that was Emiliano, not Junior.
That was Junior.
That was Emiliano.
That was me.
No, when he-
no,
I was the first to fight,
He's
but
the one. He's the one that wanted to
sparring.
to spar. Yeah, you're right. But he wanted to fight first.
No, Emmy was always fighting first, but this story,
But he,
yeah.
because of the gym, you know, I opened up the gym, and you know, because of Emmy, because of the fact that he wanted to have his own gym. Well, I had him, like I told you, fell on my lap, and then we started working out, and then, you know, I started training them, and next thing you know, Junior started coming.
Yeah.
And then that's when
I just want to lose weight. My mom said,
I would call him Beach Body. I said, okay, Beach Body.
Yeah. And
You
so-
want that
so-
body.
Hey, nobody ever thought, you know, I'd be a serious fighter, but I've always been an athlete, honestly. Like, even a
That's in
model.
that Vargas.
China, I put her in co-ed
football.
for against boys in soccer. She was killing it.
Yeah,
I mean,
Vargas blood, baby.
it's crazy.
It's just, we're
athleticism.
competitive. We don't like to lose in anything.
Yeah.
So
You know?
So
I did say I was MVP, right? Because dad gets all the credit about sports and this, and you know, he only became an Olympian. He only became a world champion.
Only the
you know, I mean,
youngest.
come on.
Only the youngest ever.
I mean, it's
you
not
know?
such a big thing.
So
you know?
I opened up the gym,
I'm
and then
kidding.
Junior started, you know, Emmy started training, and then, you know, Junior started like, hey man, you know, I want to train Dad. I go, whatever, come on, let's train then. And so he'd be training, and he goes, Dad, I want to spar. Fool, you don't even know, you don't even know what the hell you're doing. He goes, nah, I want to spar. He goes, give me somebody that's that has the same experience as me. And I said, all right, let's go. And I get somebody, hey, dude, you want to do some sparring? Yeah, let's go. And boom, Junior knocks that foot down, and then that's with big gloves and headgear. You know, and I'm like, and then, then there was another. Then the next few days came, and another guys kept on coming to spar, and wanted to spar, and they wanted to spar Junior, and they go, you want to spar? He goes, yeah, let's go. And so, boom, knocking these fools down again. And boom, again, I go, son, if you really want to do this, you got that God-given power. Your daddy got that, you know what I mean? So it's up to you. If you want to capitalize this it's on you. All right, Dad, let's go. I said,
and even all of us, even Amado, when he went to Desert Showdown, I remember the 1-2 Amado, pop, just dropping dudes. So
how about the one when I was sparring? There was a dude.
Let's not mention names.
I'm not gonna mention names, but I used to go to this gym. Rest in peace to Joe. Good dude.
Yeah.
I used to go to this gym, and there was a fighter. You know, I was a green fighter, and I didn't really have that much. I didn't have that much fights, and you know,
yeah, man.
I just barely really started like fighting. I go to the different gym, and my dad's like, there's kids. Let's see who we could spar. So. The very first time you sparred him. The very first time I sparred him,
he put it on you.
He beat me up. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I was like, wow.
He beat me up, and you know he's a national champion. And I was like, what the heck? Because I was always beat up on other people, and he beat me up, and he would talk crap to me while I was sparring. So little by little, I was like, Dad, I was crying. I was like, I want to keep sparring him.
Right.
I want to keep sparring him.
Man.
So I told my dad, let's keep going. We kept going, and little by little, I started taxing that, and to the point where he quits. He no longer boxes, but. When I would see him, I was like, hey, bro, like, can we get some sparring? Can we get some rounds? And I remember the last time I sparred him, oh, my
was sad,
goodness.
though.
Bloody.
It was very, very bad.
No,
but,
more because of his dad.
But not only that, it's just like, you know, this is the hurt business, but it's also, you have respect. But it's just like, yeah.
You know, those times where you don't get the better and you're so used to getting the better out of everyone. I remember the first time I got dropped in sparring. Nothing's ever happened to me. I'm used to loading up with everybody, Dad, and... Yeah. You know, I'm going to just say what it is. I was with Brian Castaño. I was in his training camp in L.A. He was getting ready for Texada. I forget how to say his name. He beat Charlo. He should have been unified. Anyways, I'm out there, and I'm over here trying to, you know, the gym's packed. I'm over here trying to make a statement. Like, you know what I mean? I'm over here hurting people, used to hurting people in sparring, but this guy's a world champ.
Yeah. This guy didn't play.
Hey, what I learned at that level is that they could take it and they could dish it.
Yeah, baby.
So you know what? When he dropped me with
a chin,
he does. When he dropped me with the body shot, I got up and I was just keep on going because that's the warrior in me. But it really hurt my pride. I remember afterwards, I have no problem saying this. After I started crying, I called our strength and conditioning coach, Frankie, and I'm like, Frankie, why is this happening to me? I'm not used to it, you know. He's like, Junior, he is a world champion.
But let me say this, Junior dropped a few people in that camp.
But it taught me, bro, you can't fight their fight all the time.
No. Yeah.
There has to be a smarter person because si vas a nomás alocarte, ellos también tienen algo.
Taplacas o taplaco.
And it's 100%. You know, I learned, you know, in this fight game.
And that was even today where you sparring.
You
were way smarter. Way smarter than this guy today.
Right.
Junior sparred today, actually, a perfect example. And you know, way bigger guy, but Junior just sparred, and you know, he found his groove, and you know, because in the beginning he was banging a little bit with him. I said, bro, you're out boxing this guy every time you use your jab.
Yeah,
why don't you box? And
that's why I listened to him.
He did his thing. But
what'd you bring, Mama?
All that stuff serves you though. Like I know my dad I forget his name. Who was it, Dad, that left you? You know, he would play with you in sparring, and then
it was Yori Boy.
Yori Boy
was it Yori Boy
when he was world champion?
And then you left him the last time you told Garcia. I mean, like Amado, you're like, Garcia, quiero otra vez con el otra, and you kept like touching him a little more.
No. You're talking about when I first got to La Colonia boxing gym. Saul Perez was the best, like an 18-time national champion. He's whooped my behind. He whooped my behind and. And but every day I wanted to spar with him. It's
funny how you remember.
So yeah, I remember his name because he remembers mine. And so you know he's a good dude though. And then he would get there late.
Yeah.
And then I'd walk to La Colonia and then I'd be like, hey, we're gonna spar because I want to spar. And he goes, yeah, but he would get there late. He started getting there late. So one time, you know, he would always whoop me until little by little, I started getting a little bit of the edge.
It was on the same vibe.
Little bit of the edge. And then one time I remember the last time we ever sparred was I put it on him so bad that black blood came out of his nose.
Black blood.
It was crazy, black blood. And I just remember Garcia telling me, today, you're the best fighter in the gym.
Yeah.
And so, you know what that means? I go, no. He goes, first you got to be the best fighter in the gym, the best fighter in the city, first fighter in the state, then the region, then in the nationals, the whole United States.
Then in the world.
You already did it.
Hey, Dad, how
You
would
already
people?
did it. You already did it here in the gym. So
Yeah.
now you got to do the rest.
I want to touch back on what Amada was saying. I think it was great to see your improvement with somebody
Yeah,
at that level. But what was kind of sad was how it ended for the other fighter, because the father, sometimes as parents, we push our kids and we want to push them more than when it is. We not to
ahead.
speak too much on it, but just enough to say, as parents, sometimes you shouldn't get back in there, give me too much. Like, these are kids. And I think it was,
And
I
it's
felt
not
embarrassed
their
for
dream.
him.
It's not their dream.
No,
My
I
dad
know.
has never forced us to put
Yeah.
the gloves on. My dad has never told us, go run these miles.
Yeah.
It's really on us that
Yeah.
how far we want to take this boxing. And
Because I lived my dream.
And that kid's a good
I
kid.
lived
Like,
my
the kid's a
dream.
good kid. He was very talented. And I think if the dad wouldn't have been that way, I think honestly he could have gone more, you know, and he was very talented. But unfortunately, you know,
Burned him out.
we all witnessed it, and it was sad. So anyways, but
I mean, like when you got in there with these top dogs like Shakur and all these different people, right? And then you're like, man, you know, you're looking at them, you're looking at their highlight reels, and you're thinking you're just leaps and bounds away, but you're holding your own, and you're right there, you know. So I know those sparrings helped you out, and your confidence, like, I'm right there with you.
130%. I feel like, you know, even when I was sparring those type of people, like, I wasn't gonna give them respect.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of people before I would go up there, people would just, you know, shell up and be scared to throw anything. And look, at the end of the day, this is a fight. You bleed the way I bleed at the end of the day. So, we have something special, man. And I know when you guys see me fight in the ring,
And it's coming
everybody,
soon.
look, everybody, I promise you, when you see me fight in the ring, and it isn't anything cocky, I believe in, you know, God. I believe in, you know, the work I put in the gym, and I believe in my God-given ability.
That's right.
So when I step in the ring and it's time, you know, I know that all eyes are going to be on me, and I know it's going to be fireworks, 130%. And it's the beginning of something great, because if there's one thing we could do on this earth is fight.
you got to thank your sister for always giving you that tough, you know, when she fights with you at the
Sometimes.
house.
Stealing the Chargers and
Trying
stuff.
to
There you go.
trying
But
to
go ahead, go
All right,
go for
Mom,
it.
what'd you bring?
I want to show my prop. So this is
Hot mama.
This
Look
is
at
all
that.
beat. No, this is all beat up, just
Keep
like
it
our
up.
marriage, right? It's all. It's gone through some wars, right?
Show it up.
Is
has
that
dots,
is that the
everyone-
Chola number 2?
This was the Chola vibe.
Brown lipstick.
No,
So-
she was never a chola.
No.
I would have never been with her. if she
Nah.
was a chola.
But the scrunch hair was in back
Yeah.
then.
So
It
on
was.
I would have
IG
never been with her if she was
So
a
on
chola.
so on IG we Fernando put. I think he took a picture of the heart, and I
Yeah.
think we did too. But
That looks
this
like a
was
model
when
right
this
there.
was when Fernando won his first title. We
Really?
were in we were in
that's a
Atlantic.
swaggy hat right
We're
there.
in Atlantic
Yeah.
City.
Yep.
And I don't know why, but in the Olympics, we took a picture. I should have brought that.
Yeah.
In the Olympics, we took 1996 Olympics. We took a picture, and it was right when the bombing happened.
Yeah.
You could see
The-
the
like
chaos
the
going
9/11?
on. No.
What?
9/11.
What are we talking about?
No, 1996. There was a bomb.
Bombing at the
I never knew that.
Olympics.
Yeah.
At the
Oh,
Olympics.
Never knew
you,
that.
you were in my stomach.
Yeah.
All right, I had an Amada moment. It's all right.
Yeah,
It's all right.
just a
We'll
little
be
bit.
good.
So I don't know why, but we take pictures, and then this one was for Atlantic City, and we went to it was a boardwalk. We went to the mall. It was like a little mall thing, and this was old school. So everybody, I'm giving my age up, right? They don't do airbrush and stuff like that no more. But
Did you do the Chola photos like this when they were
She
like,
never did. She never was a chola.
I never was a chola. Okay.
If she was a chola, I would have never been with her.
you know, right?
You know who did, though?
No. Okay. Next question.
Anyway, so
What
this
did I
is-
bring?
this
What
is-
did I bring?
I like that.
We were young. We were young bucks. I mean,
Unbelievable.
we were young. I mean,
We're still young
We're still
bucks.
young.
What did I bring?
You look so beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
Amala, what
does.
did you bring actually?
Mr. Amundo and
Everybody get
Amartis
on
the
him.
pet tortoise bring the young curls.
oh my goodness.
He didn't
This
bring
guy-
nothing.
He didn't bring nothing
Everybody in
for
the
that
comments
girl.
bash
I
Amala right
was
now.
a little bit late to the podcast. VargasTUBE, please forgive me.
That's a little whack.
but
That's
Super
whack.
whack.
But-
Your curls. I
but-
brought my curls.
Oh my God.
The hell's wrong with this?
All right, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, he
Forgive me.
needs some sleep.
Forgive me, Lord.
All right.
So yeah, so I mean,
Hey, but I was gonna say too. Comment down below who looks the most.
Not
out
the
of all
young
of us.
curl.
yeah, who do you think looks more like Dad or
Junior or Milo?
I mean, I think Junior looks a little like me.
I think
They
that
say
looks like
China
Junior
looks
right
like
there.
me.
Really?
I don't know. It's
Junior
just
might look a
certain
little bit like you.
pictures.
Like the nose looks long,
In
huh?
certain pictures,
like when I'm
Emmy
cutting
looks
weight?
like Dad,
Yeah.
or Amado looks like Dad. It's just certain pictures.
Really?
They say China looks like me now.
No.
Oh, don't get Dad mad.
No.
Don't get him
That's
mad.
what they
Mom,
say.
you
I mean,
didn't-
I wish.
I'm sorry, we love you,
I
but you
wish.
did no work. My dad did. I don't know what happened.
I just went like this.
He just spit us out or something.
I just went like this. Look.
I have the royal womb. That's it.
That's it. I looked at her. I go, boy. and then I said, killer.
Killer,
And then I said, killer. And then I said, I wanted a Milano to be a girl.
I know.
And, I go, and killer.
Okay.
And then
I said
Savage
princess.
Whose jeans are stronger, my dad's or Shane's? You see Shane Jr.?
Oh man, that's yeah.
That's like crazy.
Yeah.
that's the same, almost the same thing.
I think my dad's because he put it on all of us.
I mean, you guys all look like him. I think you guys have different,
a little bit, huh?
different like
When I have a
age,
suit,
like
I
time.
think press conference, and then Amado when he's gonna fight. I think Amado.
Yeah, it's just different.
Emmy, I don't know. Emmy even when he fights too.
Yeah.
I think definitely Amado when I met him.
For sure.
I think that's when I met Dad. He reminds me a lot of Amado, and then it shifts to him when he's fight
wrong with
ready.
this
It
guy?
goes to
That was
Emiliano,
crazy like
All
that.
right.
and then when he's obviously getting on my nerves,
Junior.
sometimes.
Wow, why do Junior like that? What he do?
Junior.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying when he was out there doing the woo, you know.
There you go.
Mama did
Yeah, man.
All right.
All right, what
Anyway.
else?
I think
I don't know. We all showed our props.
Yeah.
Well, except Amado, yeah.
Vargas
Yeah,
Tube, I'm gonna
everybody,
bring
bro,
a
get on
special.
him.
I'm gonna bring a special prop for you guys,
What are you
Vargas
gonna
Tube,
bring?
on the next podcast.
Yeah,
so you
right.
you watch the next podcast. and I'm gonna
He's
bring
gonna
you
forget.
a special
He's gonna
one.
forget.
Is it a delicious one?
All right.
very delicious.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Science.
thank you guys for tuning in
We
on
love you
another
guys. We-
episode of
VargasTUBE.
VargasTUBE.
Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in.
And comment down below. See ya.